round 4 of the Stonethrowers National Rally Championship, and we are here in the beautiful town of Clonmel, where the atmosphere is intense, but the excitement is building, as this is the most competitive entry of the Triton Series to date.
After an enforced break due to the extremely warm conditions, the Stonethrowers National Rally Championship resumes with the Fanning Motor Factor's Stonethrowers Rally in Clonmel. It's been almost 3 months since the last round in Cavan, where Josh Moffat took his first win of the season, and the Sligo Rally was supposed to be next on the cards, but since that was rescheduled to September due to the sweltering heat, the Stonethrowers Rally acts as round 4 of the 7-round series. 3 Donegal drivers occupy the top 3 positions on the championship leaderboard, but with third place Donna Kelly absent for this round, it's a chance for others to make headway on what could be a turning point of the season.
Declan, a long way from Donegal, but you're leading the championship.
Yes, leading it so far anyway. I need to try and stay ahead of Josh there. Josh is a round dropped, but I just need to keep the pressure on him.
Joe, you're lying second in the championship, and it's your first time here to Clonmel.
Yeah, a whole new experience for us this weekend. The stages seem to be very fast, and hopefully the weather plays well.
Josh, very quickly, you're lying 4th in the championship. Are you planning on moving up the leaderboard?
Oh, without a doubt, that's what we're here for. We need a win this weekend, so hopefully now with a good push on this morning we can do that.
The battle for the Rally.ie two-wheel drive championship has developed into a 2-horse race, with Stuart Darcy holding sway over Chris Armstrong so far.
Stages are unbelievable. I'll tell you the truth, I always class this Donegal being one of the finest stages you'll get in the country, but them's 3 brilliant stages. I don't know where they found them, but they're unreal and they're very fast.
With the Clonmel Park Hotel as its base, the rally takes place in the Golden Vale region of South Tipperary. Clerk of the course John Ward and his team at the Tipperary Light Car and Motorcycle Club have laid on 3 fast-flowing stages, done in 3 loops of 3, with servicing before each loop. Josh Moffat caught everyone cold on the opener, going fastest by 11.8 seconds in his Fiesta R5. The following 2 tests were closer affairs, with Declan Boyle marginally quicker over stages 2 and 3 to leave Josh leading by 10.4 seconds after the opening loop.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Declan Boyle was surprised to lose almost 12 seconds to Moffat on stage 1, and the multiple champion showed his tenacity with 2 quickest times of his own, but it was already a difficult task to reel in the young Monaghan ace.
4 right, carry, pass junction to 2 right, absolute, and 2 left, cut, user road 100, 3 right, kink, 3 left, and 1 right over crest jump, absolute 80, to 1 left, absolute 80, 3 right, flow in, user road 100, 5 left, cut to speed, 5 left, cut to speed here, 6 right, long, double tight, stop, and 4 left, absolute, 1 right over crest, absolute 100.
Local driver Roy White had no answer to the pace of the top 2 on the opening loop, and it was looking like he'd have a battle on his hands to keep hold of 3rd overall as he traded blows with Joe McGonigal and Dara O'Riordan across the opening 3 tests. McGonigal was less than a second adrift, and the Muff driver would love to clock up a top 3 finish for the first time after over half a season campaigning in the Mini WRC.
1 right, 2 left, 33 right, opens line, small crest, into 1 left, then left over 150, turn, open hairpin left. 100. Slot square right. 150 to the top. 4 left at the gate, see it. Into 3 right.
Dara O'Riordan only contested 1 round so far, taking 5th overall at the Circuit of Kerry, and the Cork man was just 1 second off McGonigal after the opening loop. Top Topping the two-wheel drive leaderboard after 3 was the Darrian T90 of Stuart Darcy. The Donegal driver was 6th overall and 5.7 seconds ahead of Chris Armstrong's Escort. Chris Armstrong felt he picked too soft a tyre for the opening loop and was confident he could improve with a harder compound on the repeat run.
4 right, hugs 40, 2 right plus 100, flat 2 right, and the small crest up into 1 left, 150, turn 6 right, hooks, 200, flat 1 right, and the flat crest right, flat 1 right and the flat crest, and the flat 1 right over crest, into depth 150.
Sandwiched between the two-wheel drive front runners and 7th overall was the Fiesta R5 of Daniel Cronin, whose service crew had to do makeshift repairs on the anti-roll bar after damage done on the opening loop. Wicklow's Daniel Barry had been 7th after 2 stages as he tried out his new Citroën DS3 R5. Sadly, he was off the road on stage 3, losing 3 minutes and slipping down to 40th overall.
100, 2 right, flat 1 left, and flat 1 left over crest, 80, 3 right in over crest, flat 2 left, 70, turn 6 right plus over loose.
Putting it up to the big boys in his 2-litre Toyota Starlet, Johnny Jordan was 3rd in the two-wheel drive battle and 9th overall. 13 seconds adrift in his 2.5-litre Escort, Adrian Hetherington rounded out the top 10 after the opening loop. Just a fraction of a second further back in 11th was the Triton Subaru of Kevin Barrett. The Maynooth man was delighted with another outstanding turnout as the championship goes from strength to strength.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to see it here. Like, you know, it's a great top 10. A lot of guys there will be in for a shout today, so the weather stays right. I think it'll be interesting.
Holding second in Class 4, Kevin's son Paul Barrett failed to finish the previous 2 rounds, but with some of his championship rivals absent from the Stonethrowers Rally, the event provided an opportunity to make gains on the Group N leaderboard.
And 3 right plus continues and opens 60. To short 5 left, kink 80.
We were probably on the wrong tyre as well, which didn't help matters, but we were getting sort of back into swinging things towards the end of the last stage, so hopefully we'll get a good one on the next loop and tighten the gap a bit.
Not registered for the series, Brian O'Keefe was leading Class 4 by a margin of 19 seconds in his older model Mitsubishi. One place behind in the overall standings, event sponsor Andrew Fanning of Fanning Motor Factors was enjoying his local rally in the Proton Satria.
Flat 2 left in past junction, the flat 1 right over crest jump, and flat 1 left, 80 long, flat 2 right in, 100 down, caution fast, 3 left, tightens to 4 left, 1 right over crest jump, and 1 right.
We're a bit caught for top speed now today. The stages are very fast. We're on the rev limiter a lot, but look, it is what it is, but enjoyable.
Associate sponsor Michael Ormond recently upgraded to a new Honda Civic and was delighted to be competing on his local stages once again.
And it's your first time competing in the Honda Civic as well?
Yeah, I had a Honda Civic, but we changed it there lately, so it's the first time out. We did a little bit of testing, but haven't much done in the car.
So after the opening loop, it was shaping up to be a 2-horse race for the top spot, with an even tighter battle developing for the final podium position.
The weather has held up in the fabulous countryside of Clonmel for the Fanning Motor Factors Tipperary Stonethrowers Rally, where the calibre of the entries is incredible. Who's going to top the leaderboard? We'll find out after the break.
Welcome back to Clonmel for part 2 of the Fanning Motor Factors Stonethrowers Rally, round 4 of the Triton Showers National Rally Championship. After the opening loop of 3 stages, it was Josh Moffat who opened up a 10-second lead, and the former Young Rally Driver of the Year set 2 more fastest times on the second loop to extend that lead to 22 seconds with 3 stages to go. Declan Boyle certainly hadn't given up the fight, but having lost time mounting a bank on stage 4 and overshooting a junction on stage 5, it really would be a tall order now to reel Moffat back over the final loop.
Right, you'll see it. Absolute over crest, past the pole, and 1 left absolute through the dip, 200 after it. 3 left slowing, 80, 5 right. So 3 left slowing, 80, 5 right.
A better setup for the afternoon stages saw Roy White open up a bit of a gap back to 4th, and the former champion was driving with renewed confidence now.
Yeah, the car's a lot better, I'm driving a lot better. The guys in front, they're getting away, but not getting away as fast. So we're going to make some more changes now and put a push on for the last 3.
10 seconds adrift in the mini WRC, Joe McGonigal felt he was close to maximum attack now, but would be giving it his all on the final 3 to see if he could improve on 4th.
Flat 1 right, then 60, flat pressed, 80 care on the braking for slot 5 right, don't cut, 80.
Jesus, she is unreal on the brakes.
3 left, the man 200, keep her at it.
Darragh O'Riordan had no issues to report, but he slipped further off the pace to lie 23 seconds adrift in 5th overall. There was a new leader in the 2-wheel drive race as Chris Armstrong took advantage of some errors and mishaps by Stuart Darcy to lead by 16 seconds going into the final service halt.
Chris, you're 16 seconds ahead of Stuart. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, it's great. We had a good run through that loop. Stuart spun on stage 4 and we got a jump on him and took 11 out of him on stage 5. So we're happy enough for 16 ahead. We'll just try and keep it that way.
The junior contest ended after the second loop, and Gareth Black and Ryan Brennan finished 3rd in the 1400cc Starlet.
Out of it. And fast 3 left. In a long 2 right. Into 1 left.
6 seconds ahead and second was the Peugeot 205 of Michael Cuniff and Barry Talt. But taking a dominant win to seal victory by 4 minutes flat in the 1600cc Starlet were Jason Black and Jack McKenna.
150 up to the top. 150 up. 1 right. 40 flat grass. On right on grass. Into 1 left over left.
Good win, good competition today, so happy to come out on top. See how we get on Sligo, hopefully wrap it up there.
There was a close-fought battle for Class 1 honours where Mark Ashton finished 4th in his Honda Civic EK4.
And turn 6 left. 60. And turn 5 right. Turn acute left. Round the island. And 4 right.
Just 1 second ahead and 3rd was the Civic of local crew Kieran O'Sullivan and Paddy O'Gorman. 9 seconds quicker again over the 9 stages was the Peugeot 106 of Michael Tumulty and Jay Walker. Taking the Class 1 win by a margin of 10.5 seconds were Barry Hennessy and Stephen Scallon in the Honda Civic. Associate rally sponsor Michael Ormond took 3rd in Class 2 with Paddy King navigating in the new Civic. Ronan Denning and Carl Egan took the runner-up spot in the Citroen C2 R2 Max. Winning Class 2 on his home rally was Andrew Sheehan with Lisa Knox calling the notes in the Honda Civic. Paul Manton took the Class 3 win on home soil, much to the delight of navigator Adam Coffey's 2-year-old son Porrick, who was watching on from behind the ditches.
Long, one right over crest OK. Into one left over bump OK. 170. One left and bump OK. 170. Two left. 100. Two left here. 100 short. Four right in at the wall.
In Class 4, Paul Barrett and Declan Tumulty had to settle for the runner-up spot, but secure maximum points as class winners Brian O'Keefe and Sean Hayde aren't registered for the championship. Event sponsor Andrew Fanning took second in Class 5 and finished 18th overall, with Andy Hayes navigating in the Proton Satria S2000. Taking the Class 5 win and 6th overall in the Fiesta R5 were Cork crew Daniel Cronin and Shane Buckley. Kevin Barrett and Sean Mullally took the Class 7 trophy and finished 9th overall in the Subaru S14 WRC.
3 right in and 3 left into junction, right over crest, and 1 left, 100. Holy.
That's the biggest save of my career.
Oh. Where are we?
Okay.
Okay. Three left here, Titan, 4 left.
It was great to see Lloyd Hutchinson back on the stages and leading Class 9 in his Austin Mini. Sadly, he retired with mechanical trouble after 6 stages. Lloyd's former navigator Kevin Flanagan took over the lead in another Austin Mini to win Class 9 with navigator Vanessa Hamilton. Pierce Doheny and Ailish Dunn won Class 10 despite persistent brake issues in the Opel Corsa, and they're now in a strong position in the Sureway Group's Southeast Stages Rally Championship. In Class 11F, Des Lyons took maximum championship points and won the Triton Showers Drive of the Day award. Unregistered crew Jason O'Brien and Sarah Lawler took a dominant win in Class 11F and finished 16th overall after a fine drive in the 1600cc Honda Civic. In Class 11R, Mark O'Connor took second place with Dean Kelly calling the notes in the Escort Mark II.
Turn square left after the shed. 100 to square right. 100 to square right. That's the job. Some van. Square right.
But taking the class win in the Toyota Starlet were Cork crew Colin Roach and Derry Long. Emmett Cronin had been leading the Sureway Group's Southeast Stages Championship coming into this event.
And Crest jump fast, 3 right, you know. Crest jump 60, fast 4 left. Fast 4 left. Fast 4 left here now. 170 then. Hold on. Yeah, she's off. The wheel's off.
But trouble on stage 2 forced the Cork man to rejoin under Rally 2, and he salvaged 4th place in Class 12. But taking the Class 12 win was Cork's Sean Moynihan, who finished 20th overall, with Monaghan's Mac Kearns navigating in the Ford Escort. Having recently made the step up from 1600cc Class 11 to 2-litre Class 13, Jason Tuchel held second in class after 6 stages. Sadly, the engine of his Escort Mark I expired in front of our camera on stage 7. It was good to see something a little different in the Class 13 ranks, such as Scottish driver Aaron Maxwell's Renault Clio.
Crest 5 right, keep right, and turn hairpin left round island. Five right and a 5 right again.
It proved a very comfortable Class 13 win for Johnny Jordan and Paddy McCrudden, who had almost 5 minutes to spare in the end as they finished 8th overall and 2nd in the 2-wheel drive standings in the Toyota Starlet. In the 2.5-litre Class 14 battle, Conor Murphy and Michael Hamilton took 5th place in the Escort Mark II.
Left on flat crest into 2 right, go, and 60, flat 1 left and a flat 1 right, 170, turn square left, 170, now,
And a fast 3 left. Yahoo! Fast 3 left, Bo, and a long 2 right.
Welsh crew Adrian Evans and Martin Henry finished 4th in Class 14 and 13th overall. There was cruel luck yet again for Chris Armstrong, who lost the two-wheel drive lead with a puncture on the final stage. He finished 3rd in class and 11th overall with navigator Chris Melly. A former winner of the two-wheel drive category of the Stonethrowers, Adrian Hetherington, took 2nd in Class 14 and finished 10th overall with Gary Nolan calling the notes. But taking a last-gasp two-wheel drive win after Armstrong's misfortune on the last stage, Stuart Darcy finished 7th overall with Patrick Brides navigating the Darien T90.
It's great to get home and win the two-wheel drive, to be fair, but it's unfortunate for Chris. He got a punch on the last stage, but we had a bit of battle. We have been battling hard all year anyway, you know. I do feel it was his turn to win, you know, but we had a lot of issues today as well, you know, with electrical faults with the car and that there, you know, so we just made it over the line. She's chitty bang bang for a reason.
In Class 23, Colin Philpott and Declan Casey were victorious in the Suzuki Swift. In Class 20, reigning champions Lee Hastings and Alistair Wiley took 5th place and finished 19th overall in the Subaru Impreza. Aaron McLaughlin and Darren Kern took 4th in class and 14th overall in the Mitsubishi. Husband and wife crew Martin and Dawn England finished 12th overall and took 3rd in Class 20 in the Fiesta R5 Plus. Dara O'Riordan and Mickey Walsh had to settle for the runner-up spot in Class 20 and 5th overall in the Fiesta WRC. Taking the Class 20 trophy in 4th overall was Donegal crew Joe McGonigal and Kieran Geeney in the Mini WRC. 23 seconds ahead and 3rd overall were former champions Roy White and James O'Brien, who had a relatively trouble-free run on Roy's home stages. It proved to be a dramatic conclusion to the event as Declan Boyle and James O'Reilly closed to within 4 seconds of Josh Moffat and Keith Moriarty when the rally leaders Fiesta lapsed onto 3 cylinders in the penultimate stage. But Boyle and O'Reilly had to settle for the runner-up spot as Moffat and Moriarty got back on full power for the final test, setting fastest time to secure the win and the extra bonus point with a winning margin of 7.8 seconds in the end.
Thankfully, we got the car sorted between that and the last stage, and we had an on-rail last stage, and I suppose we got the bonus point as well for that. So, yeah, look at we're over the moon.
And there's confirmation of the results for the Fanning Motor Factors Stonethrowers Rally, which sees Josh Moffat move up to 2nd place behind Declan Boyle on the overall leaderboard, with Joe McGonigal 3rd, Stuart Darcy 4th, and Roy White and Donna Kelly joint 5th.
The Monaghan man, Josh Moffat, led from start to finish here at the Stonethrowers Rally. He won by 7.8 seconds. From all of us here at the Clonmel Park Hotel, thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time when we head to Sligo.